everybody. It's me, Timmy Flyers Guy, and welcome to the Orange and Black Recap. I'm your host, Timmy Flyers Guy. Last night, the Philadelphia Flyers, desperate for a win, faced off against the New York Rangers last night. In the first period, the Rangers got on the board first, and it was 1-0. Going into the second, the Rangers had another goal, and it was 2-0. Until Matvei Michkov got the first goal for the Flyers, and it was a 2-1 game at that point. Going into the third, it was 2-1 Rangers. Flyers were able to tie it up as Trevor Zegras. The Michkov goal was on a power play, by the way. And in the third period, Trevor Zegras got the Flyers on the board again, tying the score up at 2-2. Neither team could get a goal in the last minute of the period. So the game went into overtime. The Rangers had a power play. After the Flyers took a penalty in the third period, the Rangers had a power play with 8 seconds left in the third. And that power play would carry over to overtime. The Philadelphia Flyers, they killed the penalty off. And out of the penalty box came Matvei Michkov, who scored the overtime game-winning goal as the Flyers defeat the New York Rangers for the first time this season. A 3-2 victory over the New York Rangers. Yes, the Rangers are a struggling team, but it takes a lot to score on their goaltender. So I'm glad the Flyers went out there and got the win last night. I know the video I did about my brutal honesty. There's a video I did titled Some Brutal Honesty from Timmy Flyers Guy. And I explained that it's going to be tough for the Flyers to not make the playoffs, and it wasn't looking good. But you know, that victory, there is some hope with that victory last night. I'm not giving up on the team. If I know the team has a chance, then I know they have a chance. But if I can see that they don't have a chance, then I know they don't have a chance. What I'm saying is I'm not giving up on the team, but when I know that there might be a chance, then fine, I'll take that chance. Yeah, they won that game last night. Rangers are not really a good team this year. But Saturday's game, that's going to be a challenge. The Bruins are way least better than the New York Rangers this season. So that's going to be a tough challenge for the Philadelphia Flyers. I still think the Flyers have a chance. They just have to keep winning. And they just have to go out there with that mindset, and they have to tell themselves, we have to keep going. We have to keep winning. Just one win, it's a decent win. We can build off of this. Somehow, that's what the Flyers need to do. They got the victory on last night, but what they need to do is they need to build off of that victory going into Saturday's game. Yes, I know I was brutally honest in my last video, where I said that I don't think there's any way that this team can make the playoffs. Yes, right now these odds are insurmountable right now. But I can change my mind. I know that it's a struggle, yes. I know that it's not going to be easy. And I know that there's a chance maybe we could make the playoffs. But there is a possibility, a big possibility, that we might not make the playoffs. So you gotta take those two possibilities into consideration. And that's what I'm doing. I'm taking those possibilities into consideration. And I'm trying to work on those options because there are a lot of options I have. What if the Flyers don't make the playoffs? There's still a chance that the Lehigh Valley Phantoms could make the playoffs. That's another option for me. And then I realized that the Reading Royals could make the playoffs. Another option. These options are not just for me, but these are options that we, as a fan base, can consider. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm considering my options right now. And that's all I got to say. I'm considering my options. If the Flyers make the playoffs, I'll be happy because that's one option. If they don't make the playoffs, that's another option because, we got the Lehigh Valley Phantoms. We'll see how they do in the playoffs. See how the young guys do in the playoffs. The guys like Alex Vump and Denver Varkey. I'm sure the fans do get into the postseason and the Flyer season's over. I'm pretty sure that Denver Varkey will be sent back down if the Phantoms make the playoffs. That's what I think. And I really and maybe I kind of think Carl Grunstrom will probably go down as well. With the Lehigh Valley Phantoms, if they make the playoffs, I'm not quite sure. But the Reading Royals have been playing good. They did lose to the Adirondack Thunder on Wednesday, but that was an overtime loss. So they got a point, so they're still in pretty good shape. Got a really big game coming up tonight with the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. I think a 2 or 3 game set, or maybe a 2 game set, I don't know. But they're playing the Greenville Swamp Rabbits tonight, so hopefully the Royals can get the victory tonight. Honestly, I say that I'm a full-time Flyers fan. But I'm also a realistic and honest Flyers fan. If they're winning, then I'm straight up honest. But I say they're doing good. If they're not doing good, I'm honest and I say that we're not doing good, You gotta be honest. You gotta be realistic. You can be optimistic, but you have to have a sense of realism as well of being a fan. You have to have that realism, and you have to have that honesty, because that's the key to being a good fan, is being honest when things are going well, and honest when things are not going so well. So that's the important thing of being a Flyers fan. I'm happy they got the win. Happy Mishov had a 2-goal game. I really think that he played a lot better in this game, yes. I did say some things about Matthew Mishov in my last video. I said that he needs to get his head out of his ass. But I was all over with that. That was due to frustration. It really was. And I also want to make another comment about TJ Oshie, of him laughing at the fact the Flyers gave up a bad goal. And I'm going to say it right now. I understand that this is a sport. I understand that some people believe that there is a pecking order in a sport. I believe that. And I understand that. But I'm going to say it right now. At no point is it okay to make fun of somebody that's going through a hard time. And what TJ Oshie did was wrong. It was absolutely wrong. He had no right to do that. He should have been a little more professional with it. Well, yes, I'm not sure if that was TJ Oshie or Ryan Callahan. But whoever it was, you need to be more professional. And I'm going to say right now, you cannot make fun of other hockey teams like that. I mean, if it's for fun and you're joking around a bit, fine. But it didn't look like he was joking around. I get it. We're not playing good hockey. I get it. But it gives nobody any right to pick on any fan of any NHL team just because they're going through hard times. Because that's not right. That's not right. And nobody should make fun of anybody when their team is going through hard times. Listen, I am not the biggest Pittsburgh Penguins fan. But I don't come along here and laugh at their fan base when we beat them. I say that, hey, they gave a good effort. I say that I don't make fun of people, and it's wrong to make fun of people that are going through hard times. And this Flyers fan base is going through some hard times. And people need to learn to be more compassionate. I get that it's a story. But let's show some sportsmanship. Okay, let's not laugh at other fans of other fan bases. Because that's wrong. You know what? I can't stand ESPN. Because I think a lot of people on ESPN, minus PJ Subban, he looks like a straight shooter. I like that guy. I think he's very honest, and I think he's very professional. His outfits are a little unorthodox, but, he's a unique guy. I respect that about him. And he's honest about stuff. But the other two announcers, Steve Levy and the other guy, I don't think they're competent announcers. I think ESPN has been very, very unprofessional at times. A lot of controversies. A lot of controversy with a certain ESPN sports analyst. Not going to say his name, because I don't want to get copyrighted, or I don't want to get sued. So I'm not going to mention his name. So ESPN, I kind of think their channel is very shady. They're a very shady channel. And I've always thought so. Ever since I was a kid, I always thought ESPN was a very shady cable network. And that's just how I feel about that. I never liked ESPN. The only time I liked ESPN was when Gary Thorne was announcing. That guy had a great announcer's voice. That's all I gotta say about that. Like I said, the Flyers make the playoffs. I'll be happy, although it ain't gonna be easy. It ain't gonna be a cakewalk. And it ain't gonna be a walk in the park. I can tell you that much. If they don't make the playoffs, we got the Lehigh Valley Phantoms. They've been fun to watch all season. If not, we also got the Reading Royals. And I hope that everybody has been supporting their minor league hockey teams right now. Because right now, they're the teams right now that'll probably be the teams that everybody's going to watch this season. And I know it's hard with the minor league teams because they're probably being overshadowed by the NHL, which is a big market. But I'm just going to say once, if the Flyers don't make the playoffs, we have other options. And the other options are the farm teams. So my suggestion to you, if the Flyers do not make the playoffs, I suggest you all come down to Allentown, the PPL Center, to watch the Lehigh Valley Phantoms, and to support your Reading Royals at Santander Arena. So come down to Reading, to watch the Royals. Don't get me on town. It's for the Phantoms. That's what I'm saying. Guys, thank you for joining me, and I will see you late Saturday afternoon when I recap the Philadelphia Flyers Boston Bruins game. That game will be on the local channel, 6 ABC. It'll be on ABC, and that game will be at 3 p.m. So, that's where you'll be able to catch the Philadelphia Flyers Boston Bruins game. Guys, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow, late afternoon. Have a good day, everybody, and let's go Flyers.